country in the world, and it is worth fighting for. It is worth bleeding for, and if it takes it, it's worth dying for the greatest country that this world has ever seen.
Dear America family, what's up, everybody? Good Wednesday morning. Happy hump day. Mike. Yep, this thing is on. Welcome to the program, folks. We got a lot to get into today. As usual, a huge announcement to be made today. Huge announcement is coming today. You want to make sure you stick around for that. Are you alive this morning? If you are, let me see you in the chat. I want to make sure that you guys do a couple of things for us today. People are always asking, how can they help the Dear America family? How can they help the program? Here's how you can do it. I want you to click like underneath the video that you're watching right now. Click like, get involved in the chat, and please, and I'm going to remind you a couple of times today, hit subscribe on the Dear America Rumble channel. Hit subscribe. I mean, when we got 25, 30,000 people that are watching this thing, we ought to be growing this channel, right? I mean, it behooves us to do that. Good morning. My name is Chad Prather, filling in for Graham Allen. The boys are also here. I'll bring them on in just a minute. We got some fun stuff going on in the world, so welcome to the show. We're going to talk about it. This is a place where, as you know, I like to remind you that freedom still means something here. The flag still flies with pride, and common sense. They're coming for it. They're coming for it. Critical thinking is gone. We know that. We try to use a little bit of it around here, but it's even getting harder here. Common sense hasn't been completely outlawed yet. Now, I want to say this. Loud and clear, if you are brand new to the Dear America program, if you are just now like suddenly looking at Rumble and you're like, what is this show? Let me just say, if you came in here with your sissy girl pants, this is the wrong place. If you even lean one modicum to beta male, this is the wrong place. If you even have a slight limp in the wrist because you are so soft, and things offend you, this isn't the place. This is not a safe space, folks. You have walked into a danger zone. We don't believe in chalk-drawn circle, cry in the corner kind of podcast around here, folks. This is where we tell the truth, whether it offends your sociology professor or not, because, folks, honestly, I'm watching what's happening out there in our world, and frankly, it's pathetic. I mean, we got people that are protesting. It's a protest culture, spray painting statues, flags burned on Main Street and the courthouse steps, historical monuments torn down by people who couldn't pass a basic civics test. If you spotted them, the Bill of Rights in a cheat sheet. They call it a protest. I call it a temper tantrum in skinny jeans. That's what we're watching. You want to make a difference, folks? If you honestly want to make a difference, let me just say to you kids in college, if you want to make a difference, serve your country somehow. Maybe start a business, raise a good family, but don't you dare think you're making the world a better place by smashing windows or gluing yourself to the floor of a Chick-fil-A. Folks, patriotism isn't vandalism. Dissent, you're not destroying anything. You're just emboldening the people you disagree with. And if your, quote, movement can't exist without a Molotov cocktail, then it's not a movement. It's just a mess. Nobody's listening to you. Here's what real Americans know. You don't fix the foundation of a nation by burning down the house. You restore it. That's what we're here for. You fight for it. And if you love this country like you say you do, you build, you don't break. So buckle up. Because today we're going to talk about the things about, what it really means to stand for something. And spoiler alert, it's not holding a cardboard sign on TikTok while screaming into the void. So let's get into it. Before we do, I want to remind you about our friends over at Birch Gold. They got a lot of stuff going on over at Birch Gold. We want you to, another thing you can do for us, you say, how can we support the podcast? How can we support the podcast? I want bring the screen back to me, Mr. Producer. Bring the screen back. I want to look you guys in the eye. Put me on there. Here's what I want you to do. See that right there? DEAR, D-E-A-R. Text DEAR 98989898. I want you to talk to Birch Gold on the phone. I want you to talk to them on the phone. They want to send you a 25-page free, no obligation information kit. They want to get your address so they can send it to you. So they're going to call you on the phone. But they are the people. A+ Better Business Bureau rated, tens of thousands satisfied customers, and you aren't thinking about your retirement. You're not thinking about your retirement because you think you're going to die in the saddle with your boots on. Maybe you got old 401k, or you think Social Security is still social and secure. It's not. So I want you to get an IRA that's tax sheltered, backed by physical gold. Birch Gold's going to show you how to do that. You can roll over an IRA, an old 401k. They'll help you do that for free, and they will walk you through the process. It's very simple, and they are the experts. Text the word DEAR. That's what you can do for us today. You can text the word DEAR, DEAR, to 989898. Remind Birch Gold that there's some good, godly, America-loving citizens out there that not only care about their future, but you know what? They care about this economy. DEAR is the word you text to 989898. The folks over at Birch Gold will get you taken care of. Listen, I'm telling you guys, it's a good morning to be alive, folks. God ain't through with you. God ain't through with you, man. If you're still breathing, you still got a purpose and a promise, and you got a prophetic reason for being in this world right here today. So welcome to the show. All right, let's bring the boys on and talk about some crazy stuff going on in our world, folks. Blow up that chat. Let me see those American flags, y'all. Don't get slow on me now. Let me see some more American flags. Just make it easy. Quick. Pow, 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 pow. The man I like to call the Red Mexican. Got more common sense than should be allowed across the border, okay? Everybody's favorite Mexican Tony's here. What's up, buddy?
What's up, everybody? Good morning.
There's that music.
Did you just call me the Mexican?
The Red Mexican.
The Mexican? That is pretty funny.
I got to give credit. Go ahead, Tony.
I got something to say to everybody who hasn't been here before and just joining. I want to tell everybody to get in the chopper. Mm-hmm. I was watching Commando last night, and I don't know why it just popped into my brain.
Well, that's
Predator. That's Predator.
No, Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But Get to the Chopper is Predator.
All right, well, thank you for ruining
we need a fact
my
check in
intro
the
there,
chat.
Todd. All right.
There's no need to fact check that. I know it.
That's
Let's
fine.
see if
Whatever.
Todd's right.
I'm just saying. I mean,
the bodily
movie,
voice from Mississippi.
The movie. What I was getting to is the movie where you're watching Commando with Alyssa Milano and Arnold Schwarzenegger there, where he's killing 100 different people with like one bullet. I was like, all right, the movies back then were a little.
They don't make movies
off.
like that. They don't make.
Exactly.
It's Predator. Todd is right. We know that.
Yeah,
it's
you're right. Okay, sorry, Todd. You're right.
Predator. You are one ugly Never mind. Maybe I want to go out and rub mud on myself. Actually, I can't steal the phrase Red Mexican. My buddy Alex Raimondo, he's a great comedian. He's gone by the Red Mexican for a long time. That's pretty funny, though. It just popped in my head. All right. But speaking of real rednecks, a guy who doesn't have ghosts in his home because if you die in a mobile home, you're not coming back to that. He's from Mississippi, and we all love him when he says COVID. Hot Seat Todd's in the house. What's up, bud?
That is a true statement about the ghost thing. It's absolutely true statement. And that's why I joined the Army. You know, I can't remember the comedian's name, but he said this is why he joined the Navy, because the recruiter walked in and was like, well, I can get you out of this. I mean,
John, one of these days I'm going to get you to solve one of the world's mysteries, and that is why the aliens target the rural areas. Why they come after Bubba.
That's a good Gary Owen. That was the comedian that did that.
I used to do all the different characters. I need to bring some of those characters back. We do those sketch deals where I had what was my Trigger DeBose from Louisiana was my mullet guy with the the Bubba teeth and I did a whole thing about Trigger getting abducted by the aliens and having some nice sweet alien fellowship like a little green Jesus.
That is a good question.
Little green Jesus. They always come to the trailer parks.
They
man.
do. Even in the movie Independence Day, it was that Uncle Eddie from Christmas Vacation. I mean, it
Cousin
started
Eddie.
off with him. Yeah,
He saved it. I'm back.
I'm back.
Gosh. Yeah, no, where I grew up, our homes didn't get possessed. They got repossessed. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
We changed the tires in order to move. So
I had to buy a new toilet because of that. They moved it from one place to another, and it ripped the toilet out because it bounced so much going down the road. I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah, that'll happen, dude. You gotta make sure you unplug the hose before you start moving the RV. That there's an RV, and don't you get attached to it either, because it's leaving with us when we get out of here next month. It's going with us when we leave here next month. Boy, oh boy, blow up that chat, man. Let's see this thing. I like watching that number climb right there. 11,600. 11. You need to join my Make Wellness team. They call that a subliminal message. Right there.
Hey, how come you guys aren't playing your music anymore? Well, how come I'm the only one that gets my music? What?
Todd's slow on the trigger. I've never played my music.
Well,
Listen,
I don't
guys.
even know what your music is.
At the height of, it's the theme song for my show, which, by the way, is at 2-1 Central. For those of you who want to check out the Chad Prather show, get you a little history lesson every afternoon. We're doing that. We're having a good time on the Chad Prather show. But listen, we got a huge announcement today, boys. I don't know if you know this or not. We've been saying we didn't know what was going on. Well, guess what? We know what's going on. We were lying the whole time. We were lying to you. We were just playing with everybody. We know what's going on, and it's a huge announcement. It's bigly. Quite honestly, it might be the biggest announcement we've ever made right here. And we're going to do that at the height of the show. So you pump those numbers up. If you want everybody you know fired up, then share this show. Click subscribe. Join the Dear America Rumble. John Fetterman, speaking of rednecks, this guy is the embodiment of Pennsylvania redneck, baby. John Fetterman was on an airplane, apparently. And everybody's like, you were lying. Have you met us? So John Fetterman was on a plane. He's blocking the flight to Pittsburgh from taking off because he's arguing with the pilot. These people with the lack of self-awareness and their this sense of self-importance. Like, is he drunk on this thing? Play the clip, Toddy. So Fetterman's sitting up there.
Yes, it is. Okay, it needs to be visible for the crew at all times.
What is his seatbelt? He won't buckle his
Put the
seatbelt.
seatbelt on.
So it's okay. It's okay.
I put my seatbelt on and I haven't said anything.
Okay, it's okay, but it just has to be visible to the crew at all times.
Like this, you're talking about redneck.
So
If your
seatbelt's on, it just has
Are
to be
you?
visible. And right now, it's not visible.
give his fat butt a seatbelt extender and let's move on. Come on, Tubby, let's move the plane.
We have an extender if you'd like that.
An extender.
Oh, ow.
Hey, you just called him fat. That's what you did, Mr. Pilot. I like it. Yep,
Yeah,
what he did.
that's ridiculous. I mean, something as stupid as a seatbelt. And let's be honest, if it was you, me, or the Mexican that were sitting in there, the hidden air marshal would have already escorted us off the plane. That plane would have landed right on time.
Would have been gone.
Like, let's be real.
Would have been gone, brother.
Entitlement, dude. Total
Well,
entitlement.
again, it's the sense of self-importance. And, you know, Fetterman every now and then pops off with a little bit of common sense, a little bit. But at the end of the day, these guys, they think there's something special. You get your fat butt in the seat and put your seatbelt extender on there and wrap it up, dude. We got to get to Pittsburgh. We got to get to Pittsburgh. Did you see, speaking of protesters, like I did in the open thing.
I would have thrown them in the freaking luggage container. Just throw that down there. Just, here you go. You know, put your seatbelt there. Psh.
Yeah,
down there
you
with
go.
the dogs and the cats.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Take you to Ohio. We'll drop you off.
What are you saying, Chad? Sorry about that.
You ever? I mean, did we ever figure out what happened to John Fetterman's wife? Like, she just poof. As soon as he got elected, she was gone. Like, she was an attention hoe, and she just boom, she was gone.
I didn't
Maybe
know.
this
I
isn't
didn't,
the
I
real
didn't know
Fetterman.
somebody was dumb enough to marry the dude. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
with
remember, dude. See,
Morticia?
that's the thing. Our memories are so short, Todd. She was doing all the campaigning for him. She was the one doing all the talking because the dude was brain dead.
He couldn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, he went off and had a lobotomy. I don't even know if that's the real John Fetterman.
It might
Like,
not be.
You think our government's running like some big cloning thing? Like they've got 8 different Joe Bidens in cryo freeze, and they just pop one out whenever the one they got starts to shut down, and he just starts licking the window too much. I mean, they just pull another one out, like, you know, Yankee Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are running this whole Stepford wife for politicians kind of deal. Like they got a little control panel in the back of their neck, and they just.
I don't know. I did see that. I did see that G.I. Joe movie. I mean, that is a possibility. I guess.
I'm serious. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. No, I'm not kidding you.
Oh, like that Tom Cruise movie, Oblivion. Remember when they had all those?
Y'all have seen a bunch of
clone
movies
bodies?
I've never seen.
Yep.
I just want to go watch Commando again.
Yeah, you should.
Back when Alyssa Milano was like a childhood crush, you know?
Was
And
a
then she grew
normal
up to be-
human being.
Grew
Now
up to be
she's a
cute
crazy
before the
freaking
woke
lib, dude.
mind virus took over and the TDS just spoiled her, rotted her brain out, and she began to manifest. Blech.
Did somebody say in the chat that Arnold turned into a crazy lib as well?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Heck yeah,
I
heck
don't-
yeah, he did.
Yep. I don't.
Well, I mean, the dude knocked up the nanny. So, you know, we're not taking our values. I'm not taking my American values from Arnold. Arnold.
Come with me if you want to leave.
You can leave. Okay, enough about all that stuff. Speaking of that, people that don't know who they are and the woke mind virus, you guys, we alluded to this a little bit yesterday, but Riley Gaines was at the event. She was in Portland, I think it was, and then Seattle. Mm-hmm. And they had all these protesters out there. These people are getting violent. Like, I don't do shows. I'll do a live show like in Everett, Washington, which is north of Seattle every now and then. I used to do some shows down in Portland. No more. No mas. I mean, I will, but nah. I don't want to go. Because these people are nuts.
Better have good security. That's all I got to say.
Well, like this weekend, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina tomorrow night. So get your tickets if you're in North Carolina. And then I'm in Marion, Virginia Friday night. And then I'm in, where am I? I'm in Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
baby.
Saturday night. So we got 3 shows the next 3 nights. So we're rolling out our Gulf of America Right Side of Comedy. Gulf of America tour, Right Side of Comedy. We're coming to those 3 cities. And some people are sending me these messages, and they're like, dude, you better be careful. Like Zach Rushing, he got canceled at that Marion, Virginia venue. And I'm like, bro, we get threatened to get canceled everywhere we go.
For real.
Protest it. I'm all about it. But these people are losing their freaking mind. Look at this. So this is a trans protester that wants to tell you about God. I know this is where you get theology from, is somebody that can't figure out who they are. They're going to tell you who God is. Play the clip.
God is trans! God is trans!
God is trans. God is trans.
But don't show my face.
Look at these people.
Don't show my face.
These people escaped from the basement just long enough to come out. I miss it when they were all crying in their safe spaces and hugging teddy bears and playing with coloring books. Like, I miss those days, you know? But sitting there screaming, God is trans, isn't that the perfect moment where you just wish, while they're standing up there like a perfect lightning rod, that the lightning bolt would just go,
Yeah, see, there it is.
I witnessed this with my own eyes, man. Oregon used to be a great, beautiful state, and then all the libs started taking over, and it's
There's
just,
still,
I mean,
and you know this, Tony, you're
it's
from
so
Oregon.
sad. Yep.
There's still a lot of folks with conservative values in those places.
There are.
I want to tell you this. I got an interesting message the other day. Every now and then I get these messages where people ask, like, they want to say they're sorry. Like, every now and then, people who have come at me want to say, we're sorry, we were wrong. And we have a saying on my show, on the Chad Prather Show every afternoon, is that Chad's never wrong. Just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Chad's never wrong. And so I had a guy who sent me a message the other day because back during the election, I said some things about Oregon and Washington and their whole Dropbox ballot deal that they do. Mm-hmm. You got to go drop it in the box in Washington. And they were setting those things on fire. And I was like, you people, you've lost. I mean, like, you got to get out of the state. Guy sent me a message the other day. He goes, dude, I'm sorry that I attacked you. He goes, you were right. My family's leaving the state. He said, we just can't anymore. Like, we just literally can't anymore. And I'm like, there gets to a point where you fight. But at some point in time, you got to go, man, we've lost the script in some of these states, in some of these places.
And I'm
Let
sorry.
it burn down, and then you go back and take the beauty back.
I just want to ask a question here, and maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, because we don't do this right here in Mississippi. Like, we don't do this. Okay, if I'm walking down the street with my family, or if me and Kendra are walking down the street, and this right here, all black, covered face, hood, everything, sunglasses, approaches me, you're getting handled. Really, I mean, like, really quickly. Like, if you're dressed like this, completely covered up, I don't know what your intentions are. You're covered up for a reason. I can't identify you. You're getting handled, and I'm going to put you in a hurt locker. Like, I don't get this.
What
right
you gonna
here.
do, Todd? You'll
Well,
smoke
the thing,
somebody?
no. I'm not going to shoot. I'm
I'm
not going to shoot nobody. But here's the deal. Like, when it comes to these protests, all right, that person right there, I have a massive problem with, because the whole point of the freedom to protest is I show you my face so you can see that I disagree with you. You see me, I see you. Here's my message against your message. But when your face is covered, I can't identify you. You're just a coward. Like, if my kids came to me and said, Dad, there's a protest in town today. It's this, and this. And they came downstairs with a hood and the glasses and stuff over their face. I'm like, no, get your ass back upstairs. No, that's not the point. That's not the point of protesting at all. And if you can't explain to me why you're protesting and why you're against it in detail, then again, you're not going to the protest. So I don't know. Maybe I'm different. I got nothing.
No, I think you got a point there, Todd. And the thing is that I've seen with my own eyes, again, with all the protests going on in Portland, downtown Portland, before I moved out of there with the whole COVID thing, it was a mob mentality. People were just showing up just to riot and just to raid and go out and steal things and just destroy property. And the police officers did nothing because they had their hands tied because the mayor and the chief of police were telling them, don't do anything. We don't want to get sued. And I heard this from police officers over there because I had friends in the city that I lived in was about 25 minutes from downtown Portland. And they were telling me that they were trying to get help from our city's police force, and the police force were like, nope, we don't want anything to do with you guys. I mean, you guys as mayor is telling them not to do anything. That's not what we're gonna do. I mean, that's not our job. Our job is to serve and protect, and you guys are handcuffing us from doing anything. So nope.
Yeah, well, it seems to me like the majority of it, them covering their faces and stuff like that, is like an intimidation tactic. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, you're not in. I mean, good luck.
Well, they're paid.
You're not intimidating me. And if
They're not intimidating, but they're paid protesters, right?
Yeah.
They cover their face because they're going to be in Eugene next week. They're going to be in Medford the week after that. They're going to be in San Diego. These people keep popping up because, again, I had a great conversation with a podcast host yesterday about Texas cities and how we talk about how Texas cities are so red and all the cities. You go to most places. You run into some kind of weird-looking people and stuff like that. But by and large, the people you interact with, they're not lunatics. They're not insane. Where these people, whatever cave these people crawl out from, like if we could just kind of toast that whole deal, because they just kind of come out of their little hovel. We talk about them coming out of the basement. They emerge because they're paid to emerge. Otherwise, the only exercise these fat asses ever get is their little thumbs on the keyboard and playing their PlayStation. So they're not intimidating. They're paid. They're protesters. And again, you're going to watch the pendulum swing. These people, they're on the way out. I mean, just is. Ask Canada. I mean, we already saw... The house of cards crumbles, right? We've already seen what a good president can do by closing the southern border. Here's a guy that's Canadian, and he's basically saying that business owners in Canada are getting kickbacks for hiring illegals or hiring migrants. Just play the clip here. From
the kids today are they're struggling. The 20-year-olds, there's no jobs for them out there.
Who gets all the jobs?
The migrants.
Nope.
The companies get to hire the migrants. When they hire them, they pay them less. Okay? And also, they could get kickbacks from the government. I own a convenience store, for instance. I hire you, you're from India. Then I get an MLR9. I get to hire you, and basically what happens is I pay you $20 an hour. The government every 3 months gives me a 30% kickback. I was in Prince George, my hometown. The people at the movie theater, the lady was telling me she doesn't want to work here anymore because everyone she works with is Indian and they all speak Punjab. So she goes to work. She's a Canadian kid that grew up in a small conservative town that can't work in a place because no one that she works with actually speaks English.
Stop it right there.
Because they come
because this is epidemic. Like I had Bryce Eddy on my show yesterday. We talked about basically the Islamic invasion of Texas, and trust me, it's amazing what's being allowed to happen here in Texas. People who don't agree with the Constitution because Sharia does not compute when it comes to matching and being, compatible with the Constitution of the United States, but it come here in Texas in the way they're establishing. I mean, this is happening all over the world. The number one baby name in Ireland last year.
Muhammad.
Any guesses?
Muhammad.
Mm-hmm. The number one baby name for new births in Ireland last year, Muhammad.
But can I ask a common sense question? So here in this country, here in America, you hear AOC, you hear Jasmine Crockett, you hear all of them talking about leave the immigrants here because they're basically cheap labor. What's the difference between what they're doing and slavery? I mean, can I just
100%.
ask a question?
Wow.
It's 100% what they're doing. Listen, you go back to the Immigration Act of 1965 under LBJ. That we had an origins-based immigration policy. Now, that was Canada, but I'm talking about America. We had an origins-based. That means we were trying to we welcomed immigrants, but we wanted people that basically shared our values or came from a place that was still common in our values because the purpose was assimilation. We went away from origins-based because 80% of our immigrants prior to 1965 in America were from Europe. After 1965, you go all the way up to 2005, 2010, something like that, 86% of our migrants that have come into the country are from Asia, Africa, and Central American countries, South and Central American countries, and Mexico. So again, we went away from that to relational-based and skills-based, but they forgot the skills. So Democrats keep pushing the skills thing because that's what LBJ set up. The whole deal was we're going to bring in skills-based immigrants, and that's what they're going to do. Well, no. What happened is they showed up at the southern border, and they claimed that they knew an uncle that had a cousin that had a barbershop in Queens, and they were given a ticket to anywhere. We saw that firsthand and in full-blown mode under Joe Biden. So you can't say that I want assimilation or an origins-based immigration policy in America anymore because that's racist. So to your question, yeah, that's exactly what they did. The left can't win on ideas. They can't win on their ideals. They can't win in a debate. That's why they cover their face, by the way. That's why when you go out there and ask them a question, like our producer, David Medina, when he goes out there in Portland and asks them a question, they get belligerent about it because they don't have a clue what they're talking about. So the Democrats knew that they had to dumb down their voter base, but not only that, because they couldn't win on ideas, they had to import a new audience. And that was 100% what they were doing.
That's great. That's awesome. I mean, I just had one question. Why do we give a flying F of what's going on in Canada? I mean, honestly,
let me take a stab at the answer on that. Go ahead, Tony.
Here's why I say that is because if Canada implodes itself, which, with all the terrorists and everything like that we're throwing on them, we can swoop in and say, "Here, are you ready to sell us your 51st state?" Or I'll tell you what, Canada, why don't you guys do what we did? Vote in a competent leader and do what we're doing over here. I mean, we voted in Donald Trump. He is securing our borders. He is getting rid of deporting all the illegal immigrants. He is putting tariffs on everybody, trying to make our country great again, instead of hiring people that shouldn't be there. So again, why do we give a flying F?
And we'll talk about a little bit of that later on because I'll take a stab at an answer on that of why we care. But you make a valid point. I mean, certainly. Let's talk about this real quick before we move on. We got a huge announcement coming. Do not go anywhere. We got a huge announcement coming. We're going to wait till the numbers get up there, and we're going to make a huge announcement, guys. This is going to be fun. You're going to love this. If you're a homeowner, folks, you need to listen to me. When's the last time you checked your home title? A lot of you probably didn't know you had a home title. You're like, oh, what? There's what? Yeah, there's actually this piece of paper that proves you own the home or that you own the mortgage. And it's legal proof that you own the house. So a lot of people never check it. Well, you got this thing called AI, this cyber world out there, and scammers are using that. They're stealing home titles, and your equity in the home is the target. So here's how it works. They forge your signature on one document. They fake a notary stamp, take it down to the courthouse, and boom, your home title has been transferred to them. They take out loans. You don't even know they've done that until the foreclosure letters start showing up or the debt letters start showing up because they've taken out the loans in your name. So today, I want you to go over to Home Title Lock. I want you to check them out. You can go use promo code CHAD, I spell it Chad, over to HometitleLock.com. Make sure that your title is still in your name. They'll get you a free title history report plus a free 14-day trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring for your title, urgent alerts for any changes, and if fraud should happen, they will protect you up to $1 million to fix it. So go to HometitleLock.com, use promo code Chad, get your free title report, and get signed up. Get that triple lock on your home's title. HometitleLock.com, use promo code Chad. Pam Bondi. CHAD spells it Chad. My name is Chad Pray, the fill-in for Graham Allen. Welcome to the Dear America program. Pam Bondi, Scam Bondi. I don't know about Pam Bondi. I don't know about Pam Bondi.
I'm over it.
I want to hear in the chat. I mean, I want to hear in the chat. Did you guys? Do you approve of Pam Bondi? I don't know.
Not anymore.
I don't think I do. And she wasn't my choice. Well, we've talked about that. We don't need to kick that horse anymore. But Pam Bondi, the Department of Justice busts a huge cartel drug trafficking ring. This is the biggest fentanyl bust, the biggest fentanyl roundup in the history of the country. This is enough fentanyl to kill every living soul in New York City.
Wow.
That's how much they seized. I mean, that's frightening. Guys, watch your kids. Watch your kids. And I'm telling you, don't be taking that whatever, that pain pill, that muscle relaxer, that Adderall that your friend loaned you. Don't take it.
You be in the backyard talking to Elvis.
Don't take it. Yeah, they got the dude. They're sticking it in that fentanyl. They're putting the fentanyl in it. Don't do it. I can't tell you how many families I know personally with family members that, fell asleep on the couch and that was it. Just don't do it, man. This stuff is out there. Don't do it. Play the clip from Pam.
This multi-agency operation led by DEA with our local, state, tribal, and federal partners targeted one of the largest and most dangerous drug trafficking and foreign terrorist organizations in our country. The DEA seized 11.5 kilos of fentanyl, including an astounding approximately 3 million fentanyl pills, the largest seizure in our nation's history. These are the pills in the bags right there. The main bottom right, the head of this organization, Sinaloa organization, here in the country illegally, 6 of these guys and women here in the country illegally. His name is Alberto Salazar Amaya. He is the leader, and he was living in Salem, Oregon. With him, they got millions of dollars, cash, cars, but the drugs were in Albuquerque, Phoenix, and Utah. That's how insulated these drug dealer cartel leaders make themselves.
All right, so Tony, back to your point of why it matters in Canada, because we don't have the same border security between Canada and the U.S. If Canada doesn't lock down and deal with some things, this is the reason why Trump was talking about making it the 51st state, because again, we had all these illegals coming across, and we had the trafficking of children, or the humans, and also the fentanyl was coming back across the border from Canada back in the U.S. So we got to lock down. That's one reason I think that's there. But, we know it's the Sinaloa cartels. We know these people are here illegal. And again, we've named them transnational narco-terrorists at this point. These are terrorists. I'm ready for the space lasers, boys.
Man, you ain't lying.
Delta Force, send them in. Let's get some spec ops in there. These boys just running after them.
I see what you're saying, Chad, with the whole, we need Canada to help us secure the border and everything. But, at what point does the U.S. say, Mexico, Canada, you guys ain't doing crap to secure our border. We need to do it ourselves. No. How much would it take? How much money? How much can we do to secure our border ourselves? Because obviously they have their own agendas over there with either securing or not securing their borders. Now that Trump is in office and hopefully JD is going to be in there for the next 8 years, can we do anything ourselves over here to just say we're not even going to keep relying on you guys because you guys suck. We got to secure our borders ourselves.
Yeah, I tell you, I've often joked, sort of joking, if I were president of the United States, I'd probably own the first 60 miles south of the border in Mexico. Like that'd be mine now.
Yeah,
that'd be like a no-go zone, demilitarized zone, but it'd belong to us. And I'd be like, what you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Well,
what you gonna do about it? You're not coming into that corridor, buddy.
Yeah, let's be real about something. Like, what is the incentive for Canada to keep people out of America?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the incentive? There is no incentive.
Exactly.
Again,
They don't need border security. They don't need a military. They don't need
believe
nothing.
In borders.
Yeah, not at all. Because guess what? They are the hat of the most dangerous, nastiest country on the planet. So they don't need none of that stuff.
Let me tell you, they don't believe in borders. That's the thing. They have eradicated the concept of borders. You don't have a border, you don't have a nation. It's a simple fact. And it's like Milton Friedman, the great economist, said: if you can have one of two things, you can have a social security, or you can have a welfare state, or you can have an open border, but you can't have both. You can't have both. These liberals want to have both, and you can't have it. That's the house of cards that's going to fall in on itself.
Facts.
So anyway, I'm like, we need like a zone, like a no-go zone. You come in here, and buddy, you're on our territory. That's what you call a border wall. You have about a 25-mile deep corridor that's like, nope, that belongs to America now. People are like, no, you can't do that. Stop me.
Yeah, for real.
Who's going to stop me?
For real.
Yeah. China is going to begin trade negotiations with the U.S. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is going to meet with China. I like the way he says China. This people are, they're wanting to know what's going to go on with China. We got to get our cheap crap from Temu. We got to make sure their human rights violations gets protected. And, you ladies' wigs and lipstick can come from Uyghur slaves. And all of our crap being, made by a child and can't live without our Nikes, can we? This Scott, who's that? Who's that? Oh, that's John Kennedy?
Yeah, that's Scott Bessent.
That's Scott Bessent. I couldn't see on the screen over there. Play that clip there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Building for some reason, exclusively to tell us more about what Wall Street has been waiting for. Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us. Now, earlier today, you said that we hadn't had negotiations with China. Now you're 2 days away from getting on a plane. And I know you've been working around the clock, but what changed? What was the catalyst?
Well, Laura, we haven't had negotiations. And first, thanks for having me on the show. The world has been coming to the U.S., and China has been the missing piece. I was going to be in Switzerland to negotiate with the Swiss. Turns out the Chinese team is traveling through Europe, and they will be in Switzerland also. So we will meet on Saturday and Sunday. And, look, we have shared interest that this isn't sustainable, as I said before, especially on the Chinese side. And, 145%, 125% is the equivalent of an embargo. We don't want to decouple. What we want is fair trade.
But who made the first call? Like in the dating.
Gotcha.
So again, it's not sustainable. And again, China depends on their labor force, right? And they can't outlast that. They can't outlast that. I mean, the reason China uses slave labor, the reason China uses child labor, the reason they're using their sweatshops is because they can't sustain labor within their country. They can't sustain the demand. I mean, they're literally making the world's goods, right? So again, they can't outlast this. So I'm happy to see this. I think that this is going to make, you're going to have people panicking. Oh my God, and I see people in the chat saying, we hate the USA. We want you to hate us. When you say, Mark there in the chat, when you say you are hated, let me tell you something. You can't figure out your gender. You don't know which way is up. You can't decide biology. Do you think we care while the rest of the world is blowing it? The number one name in Ireland last year, really, of newborn babies, Muhammad, and you think we're worried about your opinion of America? Whoop-de-doo. You pull America out of the puzzle, and let me tell you, that whole damn thing falls apart on a global scale, brother. So you know what? You hate us. You hate your own father. That's why you're gay. Okay? So we don't care.
Who are you guys talking about? Mark LG?
You hated. We welcome it. We suckle on the teat of your vitriol, my friend. You know what? Hate us. But here we are bailing every freaking body out constantly. And they all come over here and get on their knees. And they're like, ooh, President Trump, can we be your friend? Yeah, we're hated. We're not threatened by that. We're not threatened by that. You literally need a coloring book and mama's nipple to go to sleep at night. So here's your boo-boo and your blankie. You literally walk around with vaginas on your head down the street like you're making a point. And as soon as they gave Woman of the Year to Bruce Jenner, y'all folded up your hats and went home. It's true. American flags in the chat, everybody. Man, we got an announcement coming.
So, Chad, back to the China deal.
I love this show.
What do you guys' opinion think is going to happen? Do you think China's going to buckle? You think the U.S. or you think they're going to come to the table?
No, they're going to buckle.
But for the optics, you think we're going to know actually what's happening with the deal? I mean, or you think it's going to be like they scratched our back, we scratched theirs kind of thing?
So you have to, again, diplomacy as we've known it historically. You throw all that out with Trump because you just never know, right?
Yeah,
but Trump's a counterpuncher, right? You throw a jab at him, he's going to knock you out. He doesn't let the jab go unanswered, right? But typically with foreign policy like that, you got to let them save face. And with China, I think you do have to let them at least the way they're going to spin it inside their own country is some sort of a moral victory that, you know, we brought America to the table, that sort of thing. That would be my guess.
Right.
But they will buckle because they don't have the workforce. They don't have the labor force in order to sustain this. And if they don't have the global economy, you know, buying their stuff, I mean, the ships have turned around and gone back to China.
Yeah, listen, the bottom line is, and I'm not an economist. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. I don't even know how to spell tariffs. You know, but here's what I do
R's,
know.
2 F's, I don't know.
There is not a country in this world that is not dependent on America being a strong nation. Military-wise, economy-wise, politically, whatever little, you know, gauge you want to measure us by. There's not a country in this world that's not dependent on us being strong, China included. So they're going to buckle. They're going to fall like a freaking house of cards. Trump will let them save a little bit of face, but they'll save face on legacy media, and then at 2 a.m. he'll post a tweet about it.
And that's why we keep Todd around, because he is the smart redneck.
Fair point.
Common sense prevails, ladies and gentlemen. Common sense prevails.
I'm almost ready to make an announcement. I'm almost ready. Like 24,000 people on the Rumble channel. I know there's a lot of people watching in other places. Float the American flags. You know, blow up the chat. We'll get into Pete Hegseth. I love what Pete said yesterday because, again, SCOTUS agreed with the administration. The Supreme Court came back and said, nope, we're not using, no trans in the military. We're not going to do it. You know, we played the clip on my show yesterday of back in like 2016 when Trump said no trans in the military and everybody lost their mind. I made a video. I said, you already have people coming back from war with a fractured mind. Why are you going to send somebody with a fractured mind into a theater of war? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like the compassionate thing is to keep transgender people who are already dealing with a mental dysphoria out of the military. You don't put them under that kind of pressure where they further break. And there's a lot of other things that could go to prove the point. But Supreme Court did the right thing. We never know what the Supreme Court's going to do. Yeah. This one's interesting, right?
Yeah, well, I love how, like, the Supreme Court made their decision to keep it. But look at ABC News, the last 2 words.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
No, forever. Forever. Huh.
For now. And, you know, they always think they're going to come back around. And so I'm going to get into this announcement. I'm going to need you guys to blow up the chat because I want as many people to hear this announcement that we're going to make here in a minute. Blow up the chat, whatever you want to put in there. Put a little dancing Trump. You know, put a little Mark Sucks in there. You know, we welcome the sweet colostrum breast milk of your vitriol and hate. Give it to us, Daddy.
I think Mark is awesome. He's makes our numbers go up. He helps our algorithm.
I love the algorithm.
Mark, come on back, dude. You're always welcome here.
Let me go off this morning, which it gave me, so bring it on, Mark. Whatever.
Mark and Trent, you guys are always welcome. Come back in.
Now, yeah. Trent's gone. I think Trent. I ain't seen Trent in like 2 months. I think he got arrested for keying a Tesla.
Yeah, Mark's over there in France going. Oui, bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Il n'y a pas de quoi. S'il vous plaît. That's what he's like. America, we hate you. Yeah, ferme la bouche, Mark.
I love it. Love it.
Oh, oui. Look at my little beanie. I go, hoo. Why are you gay?
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
I love this show.
This girl said she had this to say. I want to get Todd's reaction before the announcement.
I love this.
These liberals, she's kind of cute for a lip.
This is so great.
Play it.
I just read a headline, and it said that the Supreme Court is upholding Trump's ban on transgender people in the military. And I have a question. Actually, I have a proposition. Okay? If one person can come in the comments and tell me what is so scary about transgender people, I'll shave my head.
I'll shave my head. If I have one person in the comment section that can tell me why transgender people in the military are so scary, I'll shave my head. Challenge accepted, Snowflake. Former military recruiter here. It's not about scary. Okay? It's not about scary. It has nothing to do with scary because I've enlisted several people that were standing in a courtroom, and the judge was like, "Hey, you got two choices. You can either go with that guy in a uniform and be in the Army, or I can send you to jail, whichever one." I've enlisted several scary people. It's not about scary. It's about standards, policies, procedures of that nature. Okay. So the transgender community, doesn't matter. Tony down here, he can't join the Army because he has a pre-existing condition. He's diabetic. All right. If you have a heart condition, any medical condition that requires medication, you are ineligible for enlistment in the United States military. It is a medical disqualification. All right. So if you have gender dysphoria, if you're taking hormone blockers, that is a pre-existing condition. It's about qualifications based on your age, your physical, medical appearance, your height and weight, law violations, marital status, your education, all right, and how many dependents you have versus whether you're married or single. Has nothing to do with them being scary, Snowflake.
I want them to be
medical.
Scary. Listen, my buddy Clint Emerson, he wrote a book called The Right Kind of Crazy. He's a Navy SEAL. He was DOD. He was, basically they dropped him off in his underwear on the beach with a knife in his teeth. He went over there and stuck some guy in the neck, got back on the boat. I mean, that was his life, right? He wrote a book called The Right Kind of Crazy. Like, if you want to do this job, you got to be the right kind of crazy. I love the last chapter of that book where he says, here's the way I want to qualify these people. I want to give these guys a hammer and send them into a room with just a goat and see how they come out. Like, he's like, based on the results, those are the guys I want to recruit. Now, me personally, I'm not scared of trans people. I just don't like being around people that are unstable. I don't even like being around drunk people. And so these people out there screaming, God is trans. I don't want to be around you.
No.
I don't, like, you're weird.
Well,
so leave it at that.
Here's the part that they're not telling you. Okay, this is the section of it that they're leaving out.
Gotta say it quick. Gotta say it quick.
All right. These people have been joining for 4 to 5 years at this point now. Yeah. They have been joining. They get to their unit. They're non-deployable because you can't take hormone blockers in a war zone. That stuff's not available. So they end up discharging these people, and now they're drawing VA disability. Mm-hmm. For a pre-existing medical condition.
One more thing, Chad, before my thing is with them is that I want people that go into the military who are going in there because they love our country, because they want to protect our country. They're doing it because they want to prove that trans people belong in the military. I think they're not going in there to they don't want to go to war. They're not red, white, and blue inside. They are pink inside. We don't want that. We want people who are patriots who want to go in there and protect us. Plain and simple.
Real quick, before we go to Pete Hegseth's statement, let's make this announcement. Blow up the chat, American flags. I want you guys in there. 26,000 people watching on Rumble right here on the Dear America program. You guys know, for the longest time, 10 years, I've hosted the Chad Prather Show. Chad Prather Show's not going away as far as I know, unless Chad Prather goes away, right? And, I've been gracious. They've been gracious enough to let me come in here and kind of fill in for Graham. And, the Dear America family, and again, I don't intend to leave the Dear America deal. We'll see. I don't know. But we have something coming. And we're gonna make this announcement. There's some stuff coming, and you know what we're gonna do? We're still gonna we're just gonna tease you with it a little bit here today. What if we told you we're about to add a fourth voice to the show, who is a conservative commentator that everybody knows, everybody loves, and you're like, you will not believe who it is, and you're gonna be like, wow, no, we're not gonna bring Rush Limbaugh back from God rest his soul.
Man,
we wish we could.
Tucker?
But we've got a couple of updates. We got a little video clip here, and I would love to hear from you guys in the chat after you watch this, who you think it's going to be. Ready,
Big
Todd?
name. I'm ready. You ready for me to play it? I'm going to play it.
I want you guys to watch the transition of the logo here. Watch the little logo. Watch it. Play it. Oh, that's sexy. Look at that. It gave me 3D. Look at us. Oh. Somebody's coming. Scroll over to where that thing changes into 3D right there. I like that. We can update, making it sleek and sexy. We're not in 2D anymore.
Not to make fun of it, but after watching that, if I would have to guess, based on that silhouette there, I would say it was an alien, maybe? The way the head's shaped.
I
want
to know in the chat. I want to know in the chat who's going to come. It's not. I'll say it's not Dan Bongino.
No, it's not.
It's not Dan Bongino. Who is the fourth? Who is the fourth? I think we can pop up the countdown. I think we can. We can.
You think so? You think we can?
I think we can pop it up. Let's throw it down in the corner. Let's keep it there. Here's what we're going to do, folks. We've got until June 2nd, 26 days.
Joy Reid. Wouldn't that be awesome?
It won't be Jake Tapper. You guys are going to love this. You guys are going to love this. 26 days.
All right, I'll tell you. It's my cousin Jethro from Coleman County.
Project Amentissimus.
Yeah.
Project Amentissimus.
Yeah, what he said. Project Amentissimus.
Project Amentissimus. Every week, we're going to give you one more nugget to go on until the 2nd of June. I want to see you guys in the chat. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
We're taking applications.
No, we know who it is. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. It's exciting.
Contract signed. Over with. It's done.
A boom, 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 boom. A boom, 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 boom. And it ain't Benny Johnson, I can tell you that. I'm blow it up in the chat. You guys, let me see some stuff in there. Let me see some American flags.
Guess. What's everybody thinking?
I'm seeing some names. Names. It's interesting.
Scott
I like
Jennings.
People say Scott Jennings.
Yep.
You know, Scott Jennings is I hope running for Senate. I hope he's running for Senate. He's waiting on Trump to give him the nod, but I'd love to see that.
Joe Biden, that would be awesome.
Bro,
bring Biden.
Just prop him up.
Give him some ice cream and just sit there, dude.
For real.
What is the little question mark? Whose face? 26 days, Project Amentissimus.
No idea. Don't ask me. I mean, I know who it is, but I will neither confirm nor deny. Oh, John Rich would be awesome.
Big Mike. How about Big Mike? Because her show's sucking. Big Mike. Let's bring Big Mike in here.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I'd be like, hey, Big Mike, can you whip it out just so we can?
I don't know. If it was
Big
Mike, that silhouette would be a whole lot bigger.
I want to hear it in the chat. Are you guys excited? Yes or no? Yes or no? Things are only getting bigger and better around here, folks. I'm telling you, where this thing is going, where this show is going, insane. Special thanks to Rumble for letting us be the live feature at this hour in the morning. We love it. But we got something coming, and I can't wait. Real quick, play the Pete Hegseth clip. We will Rumble raid Vince's show here in a little bit, and you can go over to hit the deal during the raid. You can come back to our show. We got some more to get into after the hour. But play. I love this clip.
I'm finna say, can I say this is so gangster? I love this.
Wore it out right here.
No more pronouns. No more climate change obsession. No more emergency vaccine mandates, no more dudes in dresses. We're done with that shit.
I mean, I'll be honest, that's as redneck as you could possibly do it. If I had to make that statement for Pete, that is pretty much verbatim what I would say.
Wow.
Like, verbatim.
I love it.
Done with
that was the most
shit.
strategic-ish right there. Like, we are done with that ish.
We're done.
Love it.
Oh, my gosh. I'm excited, man. Start the clock. 26 days.
TikTok, baby. TikTok.
The way he said it, too, Pete, the way he was so, like, matter of fact, we are done with that shit.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
I know it. Hey, let me tell you guys about our friends over at Backyard Butchers real quick. We got to talk about them. BackyardButchers.com/chat. No matter what the price of beef does in your supermarket, they're ready to lock in the price at Backyard Butchers. You've got to sign up now. They will lock in the beef price for your subscription box for the rest of the year. So if you get the box or you get a whole steer, half steer, whatever, fill your freezer up with the beef. Stock up, folks. Texas ranches, family ranchers, they have American beef, verifiable, no vaccines, no hormones, no steroids. They are grass-fed, grain-finished. So these are some fat steers from Texas. Make sure that you can get 10% off your first order with promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad. Text, not text. Put the promo code CHAD in there when you order. BackyardButchers.com/Chad. Get that beef. I'm eating steak today, boys. Get that steak. backyardbutchers.com/chat. It's going to be some good stuff. Good stuff. So the new Prime Minister, Sissy Girl Pants, Mark Carney from Canada, came to visit Trump at the White House. Trump just absolutely obliterated and owned him. And I loved it when he said, "We don't want Canadian cars. We don't." Go to where Carney says Canada will never be for sale. Play that. Just jump down to that clip real quick.
This is great.
They get along very well. They like each other a lot.
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever.
Watch his face.
But the opportunity is in the partnership.
Did you see his face?
We've done that in the past, and part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change in our investment in Canadian security and our partnership. And I'll say this as well, that the president has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our full weight in NATO, and that will be part of it.
And they have.
All right. Trump said, never say never.
I must say, Canada is stepping up the military participation because Mark knew, they were low, and now they're stepping it up, and that's a very important thing. But never say never. Never say never.
Dude, they're just like, listen, I love it how all of these international leaders, when they're on their Twitter accounts, when they're doing interviews in their own press rooms, man, they're just like, no to Trump, Trump this, Trump bad, Orange man bad. They sit in the Oval Office and they're like,
oh yeah, they're all about it. They're kissing the ring, dude. And again, I would remind Mark Carney that Canada ain't Buckingham Palace or the White House. So,
No, dog.
you guys are falling in on yourselves in a ridiculous way. Let's see. Skip down here. Carney, he did praise Trump. India has attacked Pakistan. And let's be clear, we're talking about military strikes on there have been some tensions for a long time. I love what Trump had to say about this, and we'll play that clip. We're talking about terrorist encampments and things like that. They said they weren't striking military encampments in Pakistan. But look at this explosion. I mean, they're lowering the boom on this. Boom! Look at India flexing.
Who knew? I didn't know Gandhi had a missile.
Yeah.
I mean, I had
That's
no
more
idea.
than a march to the sea right there, buddy.
A missile?
I didn't know they had a missile.
Yeah. Play Trump reacting to the news. I got a kick out of this.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah.
Between India and Pakistan.
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
Between India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to do the Rumble raid here in a second. I mean, Trump doesn't seem too awfully concerned. I mean, back in the day, Trump was like, "Let them fight."
Yeah. And honestly, like for real, here, this is my response to it. Same response he made in 2016.
And they're fighting each other. I said, "Why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it?" I said, "Let them fight." Sir, we want to do it. They go in and they end up fighting both of them. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Let them fight.
Let them do it.
We'll keep an eye on that deal. All right, let's pray, Todd, and send them to the Rumble raid, and then we will come back. We got a couple of fun blocks we still want to show you guys before we get to the super chats. $5 in the super chat gets it read on air. We'd love to hear from you, Mark. I can hear your headphones coming back. There he goes. All right, Toddy boy, pray for us, my brother.
Let's do it. Father, we just thank you for just the love, the grace, and the mercy that is fresh for us every single day. Father, if there's individuals out there that can hear my voice, if there are people out there that are hurting, that, you know, whatever the pain is, whether it's medical, whether it's marital, whether it's financial, whatever it is, I just ask you meet those individuals where they are and just reveal yourselves to them. Father, if there's somebody out there that it does not know you, that has never met you, Father, I ask that you send your Spirit down to reveal your love to them so they can experience the grace and the mercy that we are shown every single day. Father, I thank you for these men on this screen that I get to share battle with, that I get to go to war with every single day. I thank you for their love, their compassion, and their courage. For everybody that is watching, that like-minded individuals, Christ followers like we are, I appreciate and love that you give us the boldness and the courage to speak our piece, to claim your name, and to claim your mercy throughout the Rumble airwaves. Father, we love you. We thank you for all that you do, and I ask all these things in your Son's name, and all God's people say
Amen. 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 Throw that Rumble raid up there. You guys are welcome to come back. Graham Allen said start the clock. I see that right there, man.
Start the clock, baby. Ticky, ticky, talkie, talkie.
It's going to be good stuff.
I'm telling you, y'all just think we have the Avengers assembled right now. Wait till June the 2nd. Man.
Well, it's going to be good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Just happy to be here. There's Vince. And did y'all see? Let's bring some people. Let everybody come back here a second for just 1 second.
I am also happy to be here in this country.
You're lucky to be here.
Shut your mouth, you redneck.
All right, let's give everybody a second to come back here because I want to show you guys this story. This is fun. Trump has touted a big announcement, by the way, he's going to the Middle East. Prior to his Middle East trip, he has touted maybe the biggest announcement ever. And so what's it going to be? We don't know. Like as big as it gets. So we don't have to play it, but that's interesting.
I wonder what it is. I mean, between Donald Trump floating this and the James O'Keefe stuff that's supposed to be coming out,
James O'Keefe, apparently I saw from Alex Jones, Alex has the kill switch. So if something were to happen to, the people who got killed who were supposed to release this stuff, Alex will release it. So be praying for James and Alex. Be interested to see what that comes out. But Trump, I think he floated the idea of changing the name of the Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Arabia. Gulf of Arabia is going to be a big, beautiful Gulf. It's a beautiful Gulf. Did y'all see the raccoon smoking meth?
I did, and it's hilarious. I really want to know, where this is. Because I'm sorry, y'all. I know my state. Oh, is it? Okay, because I was fixing to say, this is so a Mississippi thing.
Is it Oregon?
I have no idea.
I don't know where it is.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Redneck is everywhere, Todd. It might be down the street from you, brother.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I was looking at that mattress firm, and I was like, wait a minute. We have a mattress firm. Is that the parking lot of – yeah. But, yeah, it's a real thing, folks. It really is. I'm going to play it.
This woman is out here. The cops come along, and she got a raccoon – in her car. This is next level redneck here.
I don't know.
And the raccoon's sucking on the meth pipe. Play the clip.
Hello? The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my God. Her meth pipe.
Wow.
He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
Oh, I don't want him to have
that. That's why I'm going to do it.
But it's okay for you.
Huh? It's okay.
Okay, you're on Island. He'll be here in 2 minutes. I'm right across from my house.
Is that what that is?
A few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's smoking meth in.
Okay.
The raccoon's playing with her meth pipe.
All right.
Oh, there's no way. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right, enough fun.
Meth panda.
Somebody just said in the chat, plot twist, she's only 27.
I was just fixing to say that. That's really a senior in high school.
Man, that raccoon was sitting around watching her saying, dude, you need to pass a blunt, man. I don't know what's going on.
Let me
It's
tell
my
you.
turn.
Let me tell you, this Guardians of the Galaxy sequel looks like crap.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Rocket is messed up, y'all.
Oh my god!
Like that is so great. Like
I wonder if the raccoon's teeth are falling out.
Oh my god!
Got
That's
one
why-
eye hanging out of the
you know,
socket.
That's what I love about this show. We can always finish on a funny note or something. You know, after all the stuff that we play on the clips and all the bad news all over the world, seeing stuff like that, it's just like, all right, well,
Makes my day right
that's
there.
funny.
The lady goes to jail and Rocket goes to rehab.
I got a feeling Rocket may not be with us anymore. Overdose.
Oh man!
Up there at Pam Bondi's office, scratching, saying, "Can I get some of that, some of them fentanyls?" Man, raccoon detoxes are rough.
Oh man!
He's out there building his dam or whatever. He's out there raiding a trash can. That's a beaver, isn't it? He's in the trash can. It's like, man, I got man, I gotta find a pizza box. Wow, dude.
Oh my God,
I've
that's
seen it
hilarious.
all. Raccoon smoking crack, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I can just imagine that freaking raccoon in the trash can.
just looking for it like that's the fastest trash can raid ever,
No,
man.
ever, bro.
He's out there hanging by the chicken coop going, "You know where I can score some of that stuff?"
Oh my gosh.
It definitely redoes the word trash panda, like without a doubt, like definitely. That's so great.
Did you see? We won't play this whole clip. This was hilarious. So the Pittsburgh Pirates suck. They ain't got nobody in the stadium. There's a guy who's an usher working in the stadium, and this guy, who knows? How do you go to a baseball game and this escalates?
Well,
Have a
man.
hot dog and sit down.
Yeah, so the dude, the black gentleman in the white shirt is a usher, and
Yeah.
obviously the white dude is a fan. And can I just ask a question to my men in the chat? Are you letting a dude get this close to you? Like, bro, if you're in my bubble like this, I'm sorry. Like, down goes Frazier.
I have another question. I don't know how many times I've seen this. People, why do you put your hands behind your back? If you're looking for an argument, you square yourself up, and at least just for defense purposes. I mean, just in case the guy takes a swing at you, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna defend yourself if you have your hands behind your back? That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I just put a meth raccoon on my head.
Oh my gosh.
Is it? Y'all want to know what happened to Rocket the raccoon? The meth smoking. I'm wearing him.
Right there, it really don't.
All right, play the clip. Let it rip. So bump it about 10 seconds if you can. Let's see. Let's get to the good stuff right here. You know, you're not doing that with me. That's for sure.
No.
Like, I'll walk off. I got no pride in this thing. I'm not gonna chase the guy. You know, probably the usher's the one put in jail
the
on
guy's
this whole
saying
deal.
hit me. He's saying hit me. He's like,
Yeah.
You hit me. I mean,
Well, I'll show you another little piece of body language for those of you that aren't paying attention. When the foot goes back.
Oh yeah.
When the foot goes back, like you
He's
telegraphing
finna
the punch.
lean in.
Now, the guy in the white shirt, he's about to telegraph his deal too.
Bam!
Bam! There it is. Oh, stunner. Just blab it out. So
But
obviously he doesn't work for the Pirates anymore.
It does get better though. It gets so
the guy
much
comes back
better.
in. Obviously he's bleeding because he's spitting at him. He's spitting blood. And my man here just
Spits
brings
on the
out a
guy.
little, he pulls his belt off, goes straight to daddy's corporal punishment,
He sure
pulls
does.
his belt off of his waist, like,
He done
you hear it coming
spit
out
all
of the
over.
loops,
Whap!
and wham! You gonna whoop his ass.
I'm gonna show you, you little.
Spit on him again. Yeah, see.
Man.
No, dog. No.
Listen, Chad, I disagree with you. I think he still works for the Pirates. I think he's head of security now.
Probably
After they saw
so.
this, they're like, I want you guys to do exactly what he did. Start whipping people when they get out of line, man.
Now,
dude.
we were watching this pre-show, and one of the things I want to point out, and people don't like when we point this out, but if you played that clip back, there's always a screaming woman in the background.
Oh, yeah,
There's
where is she?
always a screaming woman who has to insert herself between what's going on with a fight between
here
dudes.
she
There's
comes.
always, back it up just a little bit, turn the volume up. Back it up a little bit more, because
There
she's got,
she
there
goes,
she
there
comes.
she
There's
goes.
always screaming women.
Knock it off! There's
kids around. Yeah, we're at a baseball game. Have some Cracker Jacks.
See, right there, like, look,
There's always a woman.
Jesus. Once you're in Pittsburgh at probably AIDS-infested territory. Once you spit on me and,
I
you
like
forfeit,
Pittsburgh.
you
I like
forfeit
Pittsburgh,
your
man.
life, son. No, you ain't spitting on me, cuz. No, bud.
Okay.
No. That
All
man
right.
had some patience right there.
Project Amantissimus, for those of you who know your dead languages.
Yeah, I've tried to say that word 10 times. And
I can't say it. It must be the language barrier because I can't say it.
No.
Don't
I
even
butcher
try
it.
it.
What language is it in?
Yeah, Todd, you got spit on in New York, didn't you?
I did, in the back. I never saw it. True statement. My son saw it, and he was about to go kill the dude. I wouldn't have seen it, or that dude would be, like, gumming his food for the rest of his life.
Oh, you're crazy Americans. We hate you. I want to go to Pittsburgh. I will be in Raleigh, North Carolina tomorrow night at the Lincoln Theater, I think it is. I got to look it up. Anyway, Marion, Virginia on Friday night, and then over in Gatlinburg Saturday night. Get your tickets, watchchad.com. Let's do some super chats. $5 gets it red. Gets it red.
Tabby 6975. James O'Keefe has big news coming today, and it's about Pam Bondi and others. Alex Jones broke down the cryptic video that James released on X.
Let's go, baby.
Okay. All right.
I will remind everybody, I see people saying, maybe Pam Bondi's on the list or whatever. Pam Bondi was the Attorney General in Florida during the trial of Jeffrey Epstein, so she, of all people, should have more information or evidence, but strangely silent, Pamela.
Interesting.
Yep. True statement.
You wish you could go to the North Carolina show? Well, you should come on. It's Mother's Day weekend. It's there'll be smaller crowds, but that's okay. We're gonna have a good time.
VPMW Davis, guys, their God is trans. Have you never seen the Baphomet or any statue they worship? Yeah,
100%. You're right. You're
absolutely. Know all about the Baphomet, unfortunately. Kilo, I will be excited only if it is Graham coming back.
Well, we got some bad news for you.
Yeah, can neither confirm nor deny.
We got some bad news for you.
Holly Carter. We've all heard the phrase, they don't make them like they used to. It's 2025. Why the hell is it not made better? Love to see enforced standards. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Got to be talking about the trans thing from the SCOTUS. And that's all of them. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that it?
That's it.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to leave.
Not with that hat on, you don't.
Dang.
Well, today is Wednesday, so me and Kendra will be enjoying Wifey Wednesday, and your call's live today, so come check us out.
I want to know what you did that was so bad that Kendra comes and hijacks your show. Now, she classes up the joint. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
She's got to keep you straight, though.
Oh, ain't it, dude? She deserves a medal for that.
Yeah. All right, boys. What else? We'll keep the 26 days up. We'll you know what? Every week we're going to make another announcement, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Wifey Wednesday.
Let's remind everybody, Chad, to please, after the show, come back and comment. Please leave your comments in the section down below. I've noticed that the comments they're not there like they used to be, and I used to love reading the comments and responding to everybody there. But you guys are slacking here, so on your way out, or after the show, if you repost it, share it, comment down below so I can comment with you guys. That was one of my favorite things to do. You guys are letting me down. You're slacking. So
yeah,
I have not VIICICIMIIM.
He's giving you some Roman numerals there.
Oh, okay. I thought he was trying to spell victim.
Give me some.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope we got another super chat real quick. Let's see. Oh, wait. It's not showing on my screen.
I'm excited for the new person
There it
to
is.
come, as long as it's not a CGI version of Dick Clark talking about balls dropping.
Ooh.
Dick Clark's rocking New Year's Eve.
Dick Clark had an awesome voice, man.
Yeah, he did.
Dick Clark, yep.
I love Wifey Wednesday, too. I love Kendra, so that's all that matters.
Hold up. I gotta show this one real quick. This one actually made me laugh out loud. Hang on, if I can get to it. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I don't know. I don't know.
Join my Make Wellness team. You go to watchchad.com. Get right over the top. I'm telling you, man. Peptides. You want to know why I'm so fired up, so energetic every day? Because I take the peptides. Get on it. Watchchad.com. Go find my live schedule. Tony's going to be at home doing nothing. DC 2002. That's because Todd sucks and hates America.
Okay. I appreciate it.
You guys have no idea what's going on with me, all right? Don't tell people that I would be at
Don't
home
act like
doing
you live
nothing.
some kind of mysterious life, dude.
I didn't say I did. I didn't say I did.
You know, don't you even act like that.
I just gotta get rid of some acid barrels behind my property. So
you got some meth smoking raccoons around there. I know.
So I'd watch yourself there, Chad. All right, you don't want to get on my bad
listen,
side.
dude. I don't need the long arm of your cartel.
No,
okay,
for
coming
sure.
to find me. Don't you worry about that.
I've kept this demon inside long enough, man. You push me. You push me.
You don't want to
Chad will
let the
disappear.
dark side out. Don't be flirting with the dark side, okay?
He's not a good guy. Believe me, he's not.
So funny. All right, Todd and Tony. Tony, final words, my brother. Oh, and to reiterate Tony's point, after we're done here, go back and get in the actual comments. And you're in the live chat now, but leave us like an actual comment underneath the video. Comment on the thing so that it stays there forever, right? That helps our algorithm. So please do that for us. Please.
For show.
Yeah. For show.
Tony, final words.
We will see you all tomorrow. Hasta mañana.
All right. Todd?
Yeah, see you at 3 o'clock. And apparently tomorrow, we're going to be down. We're going to be down a body tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm flying. I got to fly early to get to Raleigh for the show. Normally, I don't fly that early, but tomorrow it's same-day travel, so I got to rock and roll. Heading to Raleigh, North Carolina. So pray for me. I always welcome that.
Yeah, but that's it. I'll see y'all in a couple hours, and me and Tony will hang out with y'all tomorrow while Chad's on vacation.
Yeah. And on the Make Wellness, I don't care if you join Kendra's team, Todd's team, Tony. You can join anybody's team. I don't care. Just join it. I love the peptides. We're here to help people. And don't forget, text DEAR, DEAR, to 989898. Support our folks over at Birch Gold. But do that for us. Text DEAR before you get out of here. Text DEAR to 9898. Don't forget HometitleLock.com and use promo code Chad over there, and backyardbutchers.com/Chad. Get that price locked in for that American Texas beef, baby. I love you guys. The boys will be back tomorrow morning. I am on at 2, 1 Central for the Chad Prather Show. Todd, obviously, with Kendra, Wifey Wednesday, Megan Moo tonight, Brianna as well. Lots of stuff. Who's coming? Who's going to be that fourth person? Ooh, that's a sexy silhouette. I love you guys. WatchChad.com is where all the fun stuff is. We will talk to you this afternoon. God bless you. Bye.